Hi guys, this is Chevdin Academy. Welcome to this channel. In this video I want to show you some AutoCAD tips that you can use as an engineer to make your work faster while you are drafting or you are creating items on AutoCAD. If this is your first time on this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button to subscribe to the channel. You can join our membership program to enjoy high value content and also join our live sections. If you want to learn more about AutoCAD, you can check the first link in the description of this video. You have a link to our AutoCAD course which can also be accessed on Udemy. Now let us get into the video. In this video I'm going to be explaining to you how you can plot your structural details on AutoCAD. This is not different from what you've known before, especially to guys that already know how to use AutoCAD a lot. You do a lot of plotting, converting to PDFs and all that. So, but in this section, I just want to include this part of the course just to those guys out there that don't really know how to plot with AutoCAD correctly. So on AutoCAD generally, you have two working areas. You have the model tab and you have the layout. The layout is purposely for plotting, for dimensioning and for labeling and all those sort of works. So but we are structural engineers, or let me say we are civil engineers, so we do a lot of plotting to scale, non to scale and all of that. So generally I'm just going to walk you through the process of printing your structural details on AutoCAD. So the first thing is, if you look at this tab, normally on this AutoCAD, when you click on this plus sign, so this plus sign here is going to generate a new layout for you. So you can see layout 1 has been created, but you can just delete this layout or you can rename it to anything you want. Let me rename it to combine footing, something like that. So let's say I want to place the combined footing drawings on this sheet, but the problem here is that we don't know the paper size of this. So this paper size is going to use the default AutoCAD paper size. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this viewport. Then I'm going to type in layout wizard. Then you click on layout wizard. Here is where you are going to set up your layout. So the first thing here is the name. So you can see begin, printer, paper size and all that. So I'm going to begin by typing my new printing format. I want to print share word details. Let me just do that. Then you click next. Then the next thing is to select the printer. Most of the time we used to convert our drawings to PDFs before we print. When you do this, your drawing come out more bolder and more clearer. So it's always advisable to convert to PDFs before printing. But in some cases, if your laptop is connected to a printer, you can print directly. So in my own case, I'm going to select DWG to PDF. This option, DWG to PDF. Then you click on next. Then the next thing is to select your paper size. By standard, in civil engineering construction, the paper we use is A3. So you can use for ISO A3 full bleed. You can look for this. You can use this paper size, or you can look for this normal ISO A3. So and it has to be in millimeters. So you click next. The next one is the orientation. The orientation is usually in landscape. So you leave it as landscape. You click next. The next thing is for you to select a title block. On AutoCAD, there are two default title block. Let me put it like that. But normally, you as a company, for example, if you are working with a company is going to have their own title block. But for the purpose of tutorial sake, we are just going to be using the default AutoCAD title block. For you to create a title block, it is very simple. You just have to have the paper size, the standard size of your paper. You create a rectangle for it. Then you create space for your title block. So under your title block, you write in other informations like the name, the client, the consultant, the title, all those informations, we put it on the title block. So then you can now copy it and come and paste it on this layout and use it to plot. But because this is a tutorial sake, so I'm just going to use the AutoCAD default title block. So you have the architectural title block, which is this. You can see you have a single, you see the preview here, a curve and stuff. Then you also have a generic 12 inches by 32 inches title block. You can see this one is very tiny. So I'm going to, the title block here is tiny compared to the architectural. So I'm going to select the architectural. Then the next one is, do you want to paste in this as a block, or you want to paste it as an X as from a reference point? So I'm just going to select block. Then you click on next. Then we have the define viewports. This one depends on the kind of viewport you want. So for me, you can just set up, you can put your viewport to none, because you can set up your viewports by yourself. I'm going to explain that to you in a gift. So but for this, I just put the viewport on none, on single. Then you click next. Then you can now say pick a point. That is, you want to select a location where you want that your title block to be positioned. So I'm going to select, or if you don't want it to be positioned in any point, you can just click on next. Then you click finish. So in that case, your title block is going to be positioned anywhere. But if you click on a point, then it's going to readjust and then it will be set up. But because I set this up as a block, that's why I will be able to move it as I wish. So this is my title block. You can see general notes, you can see number, revision, issue or date, you can see the firm name and address, you can see project name and address, you see project, date, scale and the sheet. So all these are editable. All you just have to do is click on it and unblock it. So once you click on it, you can easily unblock it. You can unblock it by exploding it. You type exp for explode and you press enter. So this has been exploded. Then you also see things like user, reference date and fname. We are not going to be diving details into this. So the next thing I'm going to be showing you is that I'm going to show you how to create a viewport. So this is the viewport that we created, but because you don't show a location, so that's why you just plot it here. So viewport can be moved anyhow. Like this. So I move a viewport inside this place. So you can easily draw a viewport anywhere as you want. It's your choice. Then you can also have viewports like this. So this is my viewport. So we already know that the viewport is used to relate between the layout and the model tab. So this is the layout tab. We are working on the layout tab. This is the model tab. The model tab is always in black. So now let me plot some of this. On a paper. So all what I just have to do is come to the stuff. Then let's say I want to plot only this one in a single paper, and I'm using a particular scale. All I have to do is double click on it, double click on the viewport. Okay, let me explain to you how you can create your own viewport. Let's assume that I don't have any viewport here. I just want to create my own viewport. Let me explain to you how you can create that. But for you to be able to use viewport correctly, the first thing you have to do is you have to create a layer for your viewport. And the purpose of that layer is you can easily manage your viewport using that layer. So on this AutoCAD, I'm sure I already have a layer type called viewport. Let me see if I don't have, I can create one. I think I don't have any layer called viewport. So all I have to do is click on new, then type in viewport. Then there is one thing you have to do. what you have to do is you have to make sure that this your viewport is not printable. That is, when you print it, it does not come out with the paper. So you just have to come to plot, this plot option, and you click on it, meaning that this viewport is not going to be plotted. Then you click on set current, that is, I want this to be my current layer. Then you can close. So what I want to do is I want to delete this viewport. So to create your own viewport, you just type VP and select viewports. Then I usually like to work with active model configuration. That is, I'm going to be the one to define the size of my viewport based on the size of what I want to create. So, but normally we have single, we have vertical, we have horizontal, and you can see the preview here: 3 right, 3 left, and 3 above, 3 below, and 3 vertical, 3 horizontal, and 4 equals. So I'm going to go with active window settings and click OK. So then I can now create a viewport like this. Then under this viewport, I can create drawings inside. So all you just have to do is double click inside the viewport, use your mouse around, then you set your drawing. Let's say this is what I want to print. I will set it in such a way that it fits into the paper. Then click escape button and double click outside, so you can see the printing here. So this printing has come out. But let's say I want to set this printing to a particular scale. But before we go into scale, let me use the viewport again so that you understand it better. Let me type VP, then come to viewport, then select 3 horizontal and click OK. So I'm going to select 3 triangles. Sorry, let me do it again. I click twice. So what this means is that it's going to form 3 triangles in the box that I create. 3 rectangles, sorry, in the box that I create. So you have this. So inside each of these rectangles, you can create series of details inside. Let's say I want to plot this. You can plot this here. You can plot this here like this. Escape, double click. You can plot other ones inside other stuff. Like this one, we can plot this one inside here. This is section A, this is section B, like this. You can all see. Then you can plot another one inside here. So this is how to plot your drawings. So let's say, like for this one, this first viewport, let's say I don't want to show this part of the drawing. All you just have to do is click on the viewport, then you drag it away from that part like this. You drag it like this, then it will not show. The same thing applies to this as well. So you can modify your viewport, you can edit your viewport. I have a course personally on AutoCAD for civil engineers. So on this course, I explain to you everything you need to know about AutoCAD commands, how to use them as a civil engineer, and how to work with AutoCAD. So we explain in full details all this information I'm talking about. So now let's say you want to plot to scale. All you just have to do is double click on it on any of the viewports. Then you come to this, you click on it, then you can select any scale you want. So let's say the scale you are using is not here. You just come to customize. Let's say I want to add a scale of 1:25. The paper size is 1, the drawing unit is 25. Then you click OK. OK. So let's say I want to draw this to scale of 1:25. Then you come to this scale option and you click 1:25. You can see. So if you double click inside, you can see that it is to scale 1:25. Then another advantage of this is you can easily lock your viewports. When you lock the viewport, you cannot edit it. Or you cannot edit what is inside, but you can edit the viewport itself. But you cannot move out what is inside. If I double click inside and I pan, I can't zoom in, I can't zoom out, I can't adjust the scale until I unlock the viewport.
So to the business of the day, let me just show you how you can plot the shear wall here. So let me just say viewports. Let me click on this and click OK. So I'm going to create three viewports like this. Copy this here and copy the last one here. So here I'm going to put in this. So let me put the detailing, which is this. Let me use scale of 1 to 25. Let's see. Okay, I think 1 to 25 seems too big. Let me use 1 to 30. I think 1 to 30 fits in perfectly. Then let me plot in the elevation of this the elevation of the shear wall. Let me use 1 to 30. Let me see. You can see 1 to 30 seems a little bit out of space. So let me use a more lower scale, 1 to 50. 1 to 50 seems too small. 1 to 40. Yeah, I think this looks perfect. Then the next one is, let me plot here. I'm plotting this second detailing. So I'm going to use 1 to 50, 1 to 40 for it as well. So this works perfectly. You can see that part of this detail is chipping in inside this. So all what I just have to do is click on it and then take it back. The same thing applies to this. Click on it and take it back so that I remove the part you don't want. So this is the detailing. Once you've prepared all your drawings inside the paper sheet, the next thing is for you to plot it. To plot it is very simple. You can use Ctrl P on your keyboard to plot, or you use this plot icon here. It's the same thing. So if you have a page setup, you can easily click on the page setup. The page you set up the other time, I don't know the name, but let me just choose combined footing. It's not set up. Let me use previous plots. So the name of the paper, we've already set it up to DWG to PDF. Our paper size has been set. Then in engineering, we prefer to print in monochromes, but depending on different companies, you can decide to print in any colors you want. So if you want to print in color, you choose AutoCAD CTB. Then the next thing is you have to ensure that this is fit to paper and this is center plot. Then the meaning of this scale line weight is that on your drawing you can have different lines with different line weight, that is different line thickness. So if you want all the line weight to be the same regardless of the thickness you assign to it in the model, you just have to select this option, scale line weight. But if you don't want, like me, I like my reinforcement to be bolder than the normal parts of the drawing, so I will always unselect scale line weight. Then ensure that your drawing is in landscape. Then for you to plot, you can just plot using windows. But another way you can plot is you can plot using layout or using extent. So if you plot using layout, it's going to plot what is inside this white sheet of paper. So if I say layout now, then you can now define what to plot. Maybe there is an offset or not. But because what I wanted to plot is not inside this layer, so I'm going to select Windows. Then I'm going to click on Windows again. So you are now going to be the one to define the area you want to plot. So all what I'm just going to do is just to click the start of this paper and click the end of this paper. Create a window over the paper. You can preview your layout. Make sure you center plot and fit to paper. You can preview your layout and see how the details comes out. You can see that the details comes out, and if you notice something, you can see that the rectangles in which we used to create the viewport are not showing. This is because I've already unplot the viewport layer. This is very important. Then you click OK. You can save your drawing to anywhere you want, and then that is it. In my own case, I'm going to save it here and click save. So once I save it, it opens up automatically and you can see the drawing. You can see how the drawing comes out well, just like I want them to. So this is typically how you can plot all your structural drawings on AutoCAD send them to PDFs. Then for PDF, you can easily print them out in hard copy.
If this is your first time on this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button to subscribe to the channel. You can join our membership program to enjoy high value content and also join our live sections. If you want to learn more about AutoCAD, you can check the first link in the description of this video. You have a link to our AutoCAD course, which can also be accessed on Udemy.